football league. And all eyes are on the Jaguars' field-stretching tight end. He's making some noise for end-of-year awards and could hit 1,400 yards this week. It's the Jaguars and the Lions. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Detroit gets set to go on offense, and it will be the seventh-year pro out of Cal, Jared Goff, leading the attack in his second season as a Lion.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The numbers for him from a week ago: 4 catches, 63 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, first and 10. At the 45. Now Lawrence. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. So as they take it over, we step aside. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like.
Taking it right down Broadway. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation, and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
Steps away to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Throwing on third. Goff. And that is incomplete. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. Badgley's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And it's complete right back to Ridley. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. This is caught. Touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point try now for Patterson. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. To throw again on second down. Goff. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Trayvon Walker. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Josh Allen. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Agnew now to return. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Our first update now comes from Atlanta. An early lead in that game for the Falcons. The playoff picture starting to come into focus. We'll keep you updated on that one as we go along and the other scores from around the league. On first down, Lawrence. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence, throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Calvin Ridley from 8 yards out as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's Calvin Ridley who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. Time for another look at this Lions offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
14 yards. That's good. Lions, first down.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's a heck of an effort from Josh Allen getting in there defensively. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Gone. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Jaguars are going to get the football back at their own 17. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Now Lawrence to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
And the Jaguars versus
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move. Down. Lawrence. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Again, it's Lawrence. That's going to be caught. Arcega-Whiteside. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A gain of 32 that time. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. Week 13 here in the NFL, first weekend of December. Playoff races definitely coming into focus now, and we got a couple of good ones in prime time. Tonight, national audience gets a look at the Colts for a 2nd straight weekend. This time they're at Dallas, 7:20 Central Time for that kick. And then Monday night, Saints and Bucks from Tampa. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Back to throw. Goff. They'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball. And unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. Down at the 35, it'll be second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving the guy in the backfield.
Touchdown, Detroit! Jamal Williams with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is down to 28-10. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was Jamal Williams who ended things with a touchdown run. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville offense ready to go back to work. He continues to just torch this defense. Perfect on the last drive, including his 4th touchdown pass of the game.
Similar to hitters that are in that great zone in baseball, and they say the ball looks bigger when it's approaching the plate and they're smacking it around. I think for him, the windows to throw into are wide open. Doesn't matter whether they're tight or not. He feels like it's wide open, puts it in there. 4 touchdown passes. He thinks he's going to throw a whole lot more before this one's over.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He completes it to Ridley. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Jacksonville.
But to throw again is Lawrence. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now Lawrence. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Calvin Ridley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Patterson now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's Calvin Ridley who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. To stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Couldn't do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. he's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
To try again after the sack. Goff, his throw incomplete. The Lions on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be third and forever. Here's Goff. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Trayvon Walker able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Again to Calvin Ridley, and he's got it once more. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
A gain of 14. And the Jaguar first down.
Now Lawrence on first down. Going for the deep ball. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Jags will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half.
42, Lions 10. Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. Finding space at the 40. He's at the 40. 20. 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Christian McCaffrey, 75 yards. And the Lions get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback to run it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done, and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens.
Got it.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Lawrence will throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. After the sack on first down, Goff, and he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Christian McCaffrey in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Final play of the half, it's Lawrence. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take him past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdown.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. This will be caught. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Calvin Ridley with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
Well, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Badgley on for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars back again.
And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%, only because they still have some tough games to come. And keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Calvin Ridley, 25 yards for the touchdown, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it's Calvin Ridley who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Goff now looks to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers,
Absolutely.
Though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. 28 yards.
And the Jaguars get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Goff. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Now Goff. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Trayvon Walker in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. Throwing on third, Goff. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 36 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Lawrence. Open man downfield is Ridley.
And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down.
Out left and hauled in by Arcega-Whiteside. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Back now at Ford Field. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Lawrence going to throw again.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Calvin Ridley halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Jaguars add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
Halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. Here's Goff. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side.
Finding space at the 40.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. To throw is Goff.
Finds the open target, Arnold. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
A 7-yard
To throw again on second down. Goff looking for and finding Arnold once again. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. He will push his way down to about the 14. Tackle made by Chase Young. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Goff now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Up the middle, it's Williams. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw taken in by Green here. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now gone. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 34-yard line.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The Lions on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Goff. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Badgley able to punch this one through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And what is going on here? Are they serious? 1st down, and they're in punt formation. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Goff. Over the middle, complete. It's Arnold. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball, and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. Set to take over. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Lions will take over.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff. It'll be a gain of 5, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd and 2. Goff.
On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down.
Throwing again is Goff. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 7.
There's Goff. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 21. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign, and it did that. I mean...